President Bongbong Marcos is meeting Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping over at the APEC Summit in Thailand. President Marcos said the issue on the disputed territories in the South China Sea could come up in his talk with Xi. The Bureau of Corrections is looking to tap the Commission on Audit to conduct a full review of the agency after the back-to-back controversies involving former officials. And the Bangko Sentral pushes through with a massive 75 basis point interest rate hike. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Sean Yao. President Bongbong Marcos is all set to meet with Chinese President Xi Jinping at the 29th APEC Summit. Let's get more details from Shyla Francisco, who's reporting to us live from Bangkok in Thailand. Hi Shyla, good evening. Has this bilateral meeting started? I know that it's supposed to be scheduled at 6 p.m. What is on the agenda between these two leaders?
Sean, as of now, we don't have any info yet if the bilateral meeting has started. What we do know are the possible topics that they may discuss during the bilateral meeting. If you can recall, during the ASEAN Summit, President Bongbong Marcos said that the West Philippine Sea may be raised, or this is part of the top agenda he may raise with President Xi Jinping in case he meets with him. Now, earlier today, we spoke with House Speaker Martin Romualdez and asked about details of this West Philippine Sea issue. He said that the issue on the arbitral ruling was already raised during the ASEAN Summit, and the positions of the two parties have already been established. That's why the arbitral ruling may not need be raised anymore during the meeting. But aside from that, he says that the investments and trade and how to boost it will be talked about, and also the economic issues. He said even though the West Philippine Sea may not be discussed, what's clear is that President Bongbong Marcos' statement or a position on the sovereignty, and that he will not give up any inch of the territory of the Philippines. He also said that since this is the first meeting between President Xi Jinping and President Bongbong Marcos, it may be a warm meeting, and they will discuss the common grounds. Now, for issues that they may have disagreements on, they will leave it up to the proper agencies. Sean?
All right. Earlier today, Shyla, President Marcos spoke on the matter of food security as well as climate change issues. Can you talk us through the highlights of his speech?
Sean, President Bongbong Marcos spoke before the businessmen of the 21 APEC member economies. He talked about the problems affecting the economies, one of which is the food security. Although he didn't mention the Russia-Ukraine directly, he spoke about the two large agri-producers that have the conflict between them that have had an effect on the prices of goods. He also said that because of the high prices and continuing rising prices of fuel and food, the Filipinos are having a hard time surviving. That is why they are continuing on. They continue to give cash aid, and they are banking on the improved economy to help ease or lessen the distribution of cash assistance. Now, on climate change, he mentioned that it is one of the biggest problems faced by the Philippines and also the economies today, and he pushed for more strong actions regarding the multilateral agreements that we have. Aside from these two, he also spoke about the need for a strengthened global health system to face new variants of COVID-19 and other infectious diseases. Sean?
All right, so what's next then on the president's agenda there in Bangkok? When is he coming back?
Sean, after the bilateral meeting today, he is set to meet with leaders of the 21 APEC member economies during the gala dinner. Tomorrow, there will be a leaders retreat. And on Saturday, he is expected to leave for Bangkok. But before that, he will also meet with the Filipino community here. Sean?
Right, thank you so much for that update. Shaila Francisco reporting to us live from Bangkok in Thailand. Back here in the Philippines, Bureau of Corrections Acting Director General Gregorio Catapang wants to have the entire department audited. Speaking to the chiefs, Catapang said he is now asking the Justice Department's permission to allow the Commission on Audit to conduct a full review of the agency. Catapang says there could be more irregularities within the Bureau that have been left unchecked.
Now, beginning to believe that I'm the tip of the iceberg. Ang dami pang anomaly na nakita namin na with expertise now of the Commission on Audit.
And Senators Raffy Tulfo and Cynthia Villar got into a heated debate about the conversion of farmlands into residential and commercial areas in a Senate hearing. The clash started when Senator Raffy inquired about the decline in the number of farmlands in the country as big developers buy up land to convert into subdivisions and commercial areas. Villar, who chairs the agriculture panel, said that such a scheme is part of the real estate business. The Villar family is engaged in real estate and retail industries.
It's an investment decision for these people. If somebody will buy your land at a bigger amount, maybe you can sell it and buy another land that is cheaper somewhere else and build your farm there.
Hindi po ganun
I
nangyari,
think
ma'am.
it's the thinking of you have to understand agriculture as a business also.
I'm not a businessman, but I can understand agriculture po, ma'am.
I tend to disagree with you.
Na marami na po mga subdivision na nagsilipa na.
Where will the people live if you don't build subdivision?
Marami po mga lugar na pwede pong pagtayuan ng subdivision. Huwag lang po i-take over yung mga farms.
One News Now is going to pause for a quick break, but we will be back with more stories after that. Stay with us. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The obesity rate in the Philippines has gone up during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, according to a study. JC Cosico with the details.
Whenever there's an opportunity, Jeffrey makes it the point to exercise. It may not be physically evident, but he is clinically diagnosed as obese.
Gulat ako nung una kasi syempre, di ba, kung titignan niyo yung pangangatawan ko parang okay naman. So, na-determine na lang na obese ka ako kasi hindi swak yung sa BMI.
Jeffrey admitted that COVID-19 restrictions changed his lifestyle.
Risky nga paglalakad sa labas, hindi ko magawa kasi nakakatakot. Sa mga food delivery, parang napaka-convenient kasi.
The same goes for 40-year-old Christian Alig.
Ibis na lumabas ka, some exercise, hindi naman pwedeng gawin lahat sa bahay. Anxiety. So, ibis na wala tayong gana, tutulog na lang tayo, or pagkain ng mga maling kakain na lang.
Based on a 2021 survey of the DOST Food and Nutrition Research Institute, obesity rates in the Philippines increased during the pandemic. Over 38% of adults and 14% of 5 to 10-year-olds are either overweight or obese. These are higher compared to the targets under the Philippine Plan for Action of Nutrition.
Alarming. It's just because being obese is actually a risk factor to non-communicable diseases. There's really a need to caution ourselves on proper foods to be eaten.
The Health Department has also expressed concern on the matter.
Kasi ito pong obesity is a precursor to diabetes, to heart diseases, to stroke at iba't iba pang non-communicable diseases.
A clinical dietitian said now is the right time to start being physically active.
Ngayon kasi, since medyo lumuwag naman na yung ating restrictions for going out, we should start being active. At least 20 to 30 minutes a day, dapat may physical activity tayo.
Experts also advise the public to avoid fast food and always check nutrition labels.
Less consumption of your processed foods, yung mga fast foods, high in salt, and of course, avoid din yung usual na frying of foods.
Getting fit does not happen overnight. That's why Jeffrey and Christian have decided to start now and do it gradually to avoid health complications later on. For News 5, JC Cosico, we are One News.
And here is a quick look at today's other top stories. The Bangko Sentral has raised key interest rates by 75 basis points, pushing up the benchmark rate to 5%. The BSP has been firm on matching the U.S. Federal Reserve's aggressive tightening action in a bid to control inflation. The camp of suspended Corrections Chief Gerald Bantag has yet to receive a copy of his subpoena. Authorities earlier issued the summon order to Bantag's last known address in Caloocan. Bantag's lawyer, attorney Rocky Balisong, said he is willing to receive the subpoena on his client's behalf. And in the United States, the Republicans won control of the House of Representatives by a slim majority. The Republicans were able to secure the 218 seats needed for the House majority, while the Democrats had earlier gained control of the Senate. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.